welcome to Marsha's Mush and Stuff. Today I'm happy to participate in the Save Our Earth collab hosted by the Purple Pixie and co-hosted by Indiana Jones. It is the Save Our Earth collab, reduce, reuse, repurpose, and recycle, because every day should be Earth Day. And what you have in the trash, you can turn into something absolutely beautiful. And that's what we're showing you today. I will have both ladies, the Purple Pixie and Indiana Jones, listed in my description box below, so you can click on the link and go straight over to their channels. I will also include the playlist for this collab in my description box as well. I also want to review this glue gun for you guys, the MONIVICT glue gun that was sent to me for my unbiased opinion. And it does come with the instruction manual here. So you receive that, as well as some little contact me cards, 12 full-size glue sticks, as well as this amazing glue gun, and easy trigger pull. It has a plastic nozzle so it doesn't get hot, 3 finger protectors, and this to plug it in. Now, it's not cordless, however, it is a full-size hot glue gun, but once you get it charged, you can actually unplug it and use it like a cordless. It comes with a handy-dandy switch to turn it off, on, and a lower setting as well. I absolutely love the stand and the rubber tip as well, because it doesn't topple over like my old one did. But starting with DIY number 1, I had saved these Pepro boxes that I had picked up from the Dollar Tree, and you can also use, these are some of the supplies that you'll need, but the corrugated part of the cardboard box, once you strip that top panel off, it is the inside of the cardboard, and we're just going to glue down anywhere that I opened it and just kind of seal that down. You can use your finger just to slide across, and using the Decor Art chalk paint in this khaki color, because I want to have some dimension and contrast to my little books that we are making today out of these adorable cardboard boxes. And this DIY cost me nothing, because I still have a almost full pick of flowers. So we can't even include the flowers or the paint, because it only took 2 coats, you guys. And I paint it front, back, everywhere, all around the edges, and I give it 2 good coats of paint. So that one I hadn't done the second time just yet, but just showing you here. And I go back around and kind of dab it on just to give some texture, so it will have an aged effect. And my daughter saw these and said that they look like real books, and she absolutely loved this Trash to Treasure DIY. Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts. And that's how it looks, a little aged, a little weathered. And now we're going to glue them one on top of the other. So decide which one you want on the bottom and center, and which way you want them all to go in the same direction. You could also use the corrugated cardboard to look like pages. However, I chose not to go that route. I did think about it, but decided to save those for another DIY. I go ahead and glue all 3 of those together. And just showing you that here, how they look like little books already. The rubber tip does not get hot at all. And again, with the corrugated cardboard to look like the faux sheets, that's a great hack. However, I decided just to draw on the lines with a pencil. I go back and erase it, and my eraser was getting a bit small, so it made a few indentions, which was actually great. So I didn't want the pencil marks to show up too much, so I used the acrylic paint by Apple Barrel in the color white, and I paint where the pages would be, not on the back side of my books, but all around the other 3 edges. And then I used my jute and wrapped that around the box and then tie it off in the center. I double knotted it just for extra security, but I looped that around a few times. And then I make a very simple bow just by wrapping it around my fingers several times and then cinching it in the center with a piece of jute, cutting off any excess as you go. And I probably went around my fingers maybe 4 or 5 times, and again cinch that in the middle and just fluff that bow out a little bit, cut off any excess, and go ahead and glue everything down to size, and again cutting off any excess. And I do my part to save my trash so that I can create treasures. And I love this one. I think it turned out beautiful. Again, it looks like real aged books, and they're super romantic. These little wildflowers I only used 2 of the stems. On this DIY, I just think less is more. Let me know your thoughts if you agree with that. And then here is the end result. Again, I think the pictures don't do it justice. It's so much prettier in person than on camera. But I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. And again, you're going to get tons of inspiration in this collab, Save Our Earth, because today is Earth Day. And moving on to DIY number 2, I did have to screenshot this. I lost the footage, but this was something that I had made about a month ago. And here are some of the supplies. The wood tent from Home Decor you can get from Amazon. The little crate I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I go ahead and apply that wood tent to that crate, and then using baby wipes, I wiped off any excess. Because the more you wipe off that wood tent, and I went in sections myself, just so I had more control of the color that it would come out to be. And so the more you wipe it, it does look like wood grain, and you see that right here. And I love that weathered look. And we're going to take our Rust-Oleum satin paint in the color lilac, and we're going to take that outside, and we're going to spray our little Starbucks Frappuccino bottles that I had saved from a while back. And we're going to take this trashed treasure outside, and we're going to paint it with the Rust-Oleum paint, turn it upside down for better coverage, bring it back inside. We're going to lightly sand that. And that's a screenshot, but here is the end result of the sanding. And then I took some lace that I had, and I cut that and put it around the bottle and made a little easy bow. I made the tail first by creasing it in the center and gluing that down, and made a tail, and then glued on the bow on top of that. I cut them at an angle so they don't fray as well, and fluff your bow out. Do it in several different loops and cinch it in the center with a piece of twine, and there you go. And these florals, lavender picks, in case I want to change it up later, I just use the whole stem in each one, and I cut that to size. And I had these lavender picks on hand, made sure they were the same size. I've also added Spanish moss to this as well, and it does look ever so cute. And here is the end result of a DIY number 2. So don't forget to save those bottles, save that trash, keep it out of the landfill, and help save our earth for the next generation and our grandchildren. Thank you so much. I appreciate joining in today. Don't forget to check out the playlist linked in my description box below. You'll find tons of inspiration, trash to treasures, tons of things that you can do with things you have lying around your house. And there are the two at the very end. And thank you to the Purple Pixie and also Indiana Jones and all the other creators.